We're back on Formula One 2019. So the last video that I uploaded was I just barely made a bad laps for these Formula One, and this may cause for a lots of bad laps and a fatal accident because of lack of steering. So we're gonna be driving a safety car, but last time video that I drive a safety car, so we're gonna be doing 5 laps just for Wells. So here we go that I'm going to be jumping. If I'm going to be regaining this car, it actually disappears and returns it back. So have you noticed that flying plate is going to be nothing whatsoever? So let's drive the SLS safety car. So I'm going to be trying this out. So we're using able to run and walk. So I'm going to turn off that tool. So I'm going to do that the plate just flying off. And let's go into do with that kind of safety car, and the top speed of the safety car was absolutely nothing. So if I'm going to review this top speed, this won't able to react so well, so I'm going to be top speeding on this one. So let's get to work, and top speed will be nothing as well. So I'm going to hit somewhere to top speed, and I'm not going to cut that corner, so it cannot able to reach to 200 studs per second. This is nothing that I can do, so we're gonna be doing for a first lap with this one. The safety car just bounces a little bit. If you're going for an onboard view, you might able the car to disappear for just an onboard view and just make the car going flip it out. So we're starting off with lap number 1, so I'm not going to do a 200 kilometers an hour. So this safety car just a little bit bounced it off for a little for someone, so it cannot able to reach to 200 kilometers or just the kilometers or studs per second. So I'm not going to do crashes, but somewhere else I cannot able to reach 200 studs per second because it is not absolutely important to do so. So there must be a little bit sharp corner right overhead, and the safety car just not going to be speeds ourselves for just it up for a little bit. And the final corner should be right over there, so we just finished the first lap. So we're going for second lap, and the top speed of the safety car that I should found was 211 studs per second. And the top speed should be nothing like else but 211. And the second lap must go on. There must be the sharp corner right over there in that kind of corner before the longer chicanes. That's so many chicanes at this moment. So the first chicane should be right over here. So no dash chicanes right over here, just a kind of zigzag corners. And before the second chicane should be nothing right over here. And looks like we're getting on to the nothing whatever that I'm going to do anyway. So the fourth lap should be right over here. So this safety car should be going over here. So I'm going to move over inside for the onboard view, and let's see. I'm not going to do it as well. So this must be the filming era, and we're moving on to the lap number 3. Exactly, this part was a failure due to distractions because we're moving on to the lap number 4, so I need to take a just few more turns to go. So we're not going for a 2 laps to go, so just 12, and I just eventually cut that corner. So a little bit for 1.5 seconds penalty and for that kind of sharp corner. So the final corner should be right okay, and let's see, we're going for a 2 laps to go, so I just get a big slide over here for just a final straight before the chicane one. And I just found the top speed of the safety car for the average was 212 kilometers or just 212 studs per second. And here comes that sharp corner. It looks like we just going to came for a few turns to go, and we just move on to the last lap, and nothing whatever that I'm going to be seeing for this new record for the safety car. And just the safety car just not going to move itself, so I'm not going for a filming era. So since I move out of the film era just by not the end of the lap 3, and but just right there before I just skip around here before I just get out the film era just before the sharp corner. So we're now inside the final lap because I just eventually a little bit lost my mind. And there must be the long turn that I absolutely found and I cannot do anyways. And here comes that sharp corner for the one last time. And I just didn't say for the one more time, so this is not one last time, it's one more time, but it is. So moving this kind of restricted corner for the one more time. And here comes another sharp corner for a one more time. And I probably didn't so, and I'm not going to get too wide in the one more corner. And the one last corner for the one more time and final straight for one more before the finish. And that's it. Just a few corners that I eventually cut that corner during the finished lap for the victory lane. So I'm going back into the pit lane before I return the safety car. And if I jump out of the safety car, just the safety car will disappear and it just despawned itself. So we're finally in the pits and we just eventually return the safety car. When I jump out of the safety car, it absolutely disappeared like this, like the SLS Mercedes. And we're gonna be respawning the Mercedes back. And there was one thing that I should say. There must be a license plate on the front and it's just flying off. So it looks like I'm heading back into the spawn and I'm not going to be resetting this character. If you wanted to enjoy for this game, so please share this game is linked in description below. So I have to see you guys in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed this video at once. So and I call also to thank you for watching and for all your support. So if you want to this game, so revisit this game and drive a safety car that you only recommended. I don't really wanted to drive a Ferrari, so I still wanted to. So thank you guys for watching and for all your support, which will be Turbo Concept will be signing off. And I'll talk to you all later as well.